Hello and welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at artofjvelez or on Instagram at jvelez622 where I share some doodles that I work on and a little comic book story that I'm currently working on as well, free of charge. I do this for fun and I just enjoy talking and sharing comic books. Like, follow, and subscribe if you like the channel. We're going to go over comic book stories that I have. I own a lot of comic books over the years. We're going to use digital, however, because it's easier to share on digital on your computer screen or phone. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here as I get to talk and ramble about my favorite subject, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I like talking about them, and I want to share them with you. We're going to be looking at Captain America, volume number 4, from 2002. John Cassaday is my favorite Captain America artist, and that's saying something because he only drew 6 issues and a bunch of covers, but 6 issues is all we got. What I like about him, well, pretty much this thing that you see here. John Cassaday is an incredible artist. He uses a lot of dry brush, and you can see how he puts in the dry brush. And as much as I love Todd McFarlane and Mark Silvestri and Jim Lee, I can't draw like them. But I feel very confidently that I'm pretty good at imitating John Cassaday's style. Not necessarily his poses. These artists are professional. I'm just a guy that does things in my spare time as a hobby. In the One Punch Man, how he always says he's a hero for fun. That's what I do. I talk comic books for fun, and I draw for fun. When I draw Captain America, I try to do all these little scales, but boy, is it hard. Is it time consuming? And so I don't draw Captain America very much. But this is the Captain America, when I draw him, that I try most to imitate. Despite all the other artists that have done Captain America, this is what I mean about the dry brush. You can see it here and on the pants. It's just beautiful, spectacular. I like John Cassaday a lot. Unfortunately, he doesn't do a lot of comic books on the inside. He does a lot of covers and that kind of stuff, but he just don't get very many on the inside. There's Planetary with Warren Ellis, and then his X-Men run with, I think he did 25 issues with, oh my goodness, his name escapes me. The guy from Buffy, Joss Whedon. And other than that, he just does these little short. So he did 6 issues of this. So here we go. So this picks up, oh, real quick here. This very cool signature here. J and C. All right, so here's the credits. John A. Rieber, I think it's IE, so I think it's Rieber, is the writer, and John Cassaday is the artist, and an amazing artist it is. Dave Stewart does the colors. So, and so, remember Captain America ended up killing that terrorist. So he's saying, I'm Steve Rogers. I'm a citizen of the U.S., but I'm not the U.S., and the country is not to blame, and only he alone is responsible. You can see these people are looking at all this in the video monitor. And so, real quick, look at the dry brushing that he uses. He doesn't use a lot of feathering. Does a little bit, but not a lot here. Mostly he just uses this portion here and just creates a dry brush, and I use that digitally. There is a brush that I have that allows me to create these dry brushes. So there's a little bit of feathering, but then you can see how he um, uses the brush. So this guy says, Captain America is no longer, useful to them, and he's compromised. This is Nick Fury. Look at all the dry brush he does. Who thinks they're full of crap. So great. John Cassady's work impresses me. Eventually, I'm going to do his X-Men run. But unlike what I'm doing now, where I'm going issue by issue, I will probably just do it in, 6-issue blocks, as opposed to this and just going in issue by issue. So I'm wrapping up doing issues by issues, and I'm going to start doing like whole storylines at the same time. So Captain America has shown up. Fury's like, he's going to have to wait because I'm leaving. And Captain America says they're like, wait is the wrong answer. He's coming down. Love that face. And they're asking if they should detain it. He's the best Captain America that is out there is this one. 6 issues only, man, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, using a lot of dry brush, which is something that I feel more comfortable doing in my work. Maybe that's the thing. I'm not much for doing all the stuff that McFarlane does and Jim Lee does. Great pose here. More dry brush there. But I am more comfortable in my style doing these and spotting blacks and all that kind of stuff. So as much as I love McFarlane, so Fury says let him through, don't fight him. So these guys are like, was this a test? And he's like, yeah, it had to be a test. So more of that dry brushing there. And so he drops this in front of Fury. Real quick before I move on, this is the one part that I struggle with because you see how he just puts the thing right there? I don't like doing that, so I try to always put this right when I draw Cap, which is my daughter's absolute favorite character. I try to do this one right on top of it so that it doesn't, but nobody, I don't know. I'm just anal. So when I do my scaling, I try to have a line up here and then a second line, and then I try to, like, I would have put this right above these and then everything else kind of around it. But I'm one of the few people. Nobody else seems to care. I love it here with the dry brush. So this is what the terrorist had, and that's what he drops to Fury. And he wants to know how they got it because it's American made. He says, hey, this is what you tried to put into me. Dry brushing, just beautiful. And, how did you guys get it? And this guy's like, national security, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, he's letting them know, like, a hostile aircraft dumping cluster bombs on a small town 300 miles inside American airspace. So it's kind of giving it back to them. You can see Cassady's just spotting a little bit more blacks. I don't know whether he was a little bit more in a hurry, but I do like this. I like this type of style very much, and mostly because I can relate to this style. Sean Phillips is another one that I truly enjoy. He works with Ed Brubaker. Lots of good stuff out there from him. And we'll definitely have to look at some of his stuff. So, Cap lets him know he's here for the American people and protect the dream, but not their secrets. Nick Fury, then we're going to go to this panel here, write something down for him, and gives it to Steve Rogers, and then he leaves. So, and this guy says, I can't give you orders, but I can make your life hell and to make the call. So, we're going to see. And Cap is leaving. The soldier salutes him. Captain America reminds him that he's not an officer. And the soldier recognizes him, says, I know who you are. Like I said, all these scales, armor, whatever you want to call it, it's the best looking Captain America that there is. And ever since Cassady did this, everyone tries to imitate when they draw Cap. So the rest of the part is a little bit of narration with a little bit of action. So here we go. So he's riding his bike across, the American dream, all the stuff that you expect from Captain America. So he's kind of thinking of what his life would have been if he wasn't who he is. And this is Sharon Carter, I believe. So there's a big explosion. And it looks like Fury must have given the order. So he comes up, takes his shield out, starts running. There's soldiers, if you can see here, following him. And so he's going to jump. Love. Then the coloring helps it. He does to make things sloppy, and I like that. Off he goes, jumps, grabs the flag so he doesn't splatter. Hangs onto it. They're shooting at him. He's burning. Symbolism there with the flag burning as well. This is the 4th of July, by the way, on the comic book. And in that river underneath it, you can see the American flag. And then we get the end of the issue. So, Captain America number 4. This is volume 4 from 2002. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked looking through John Cassady's art. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. See you next time.